Hi, fans of high-quality entertainment. So, on this channel, for many, many years, I used to do quite a few food reviews. Hungry Man dinners, the frozen Hungry Man dinners. And they would get really good views, quite a few of my food reviews. And unfortunately, a few years back, I discovered that I have celiac disease along with everything else, along with chronic pain. It's fun. And I'm colorblind with red and green. What else? What other issues do I have? Tendinitis in my hands and feet. I know that some of my viewers miss the food reviews, but it sucks that I have to eat just gluten-free foods, right? And I have done some gluten-free videos, but, I think some people are turned off just by the name gluten-free. And some of the gluten-free foods are actually very tasty, very good. I often go to Bar Burrito and get a burrito, either a chicken or a steak burrito, and they're really good. So I might do a review of Bar Burrito. And as for my cooking skills, I'm lacking. I'm an okay cook, but I only have maybe a few different dinners that I can make on my own, and stuff like chicken stir fry, meatball stir fry, make my own pizzas, and whatever. So I'm going to, before I show you everything I bought here, I'm going to do a review today of spicy sesame chicken and rice, gluten-free, from M&M's. It actually looks very good. And I'll be putting that in the oven, and I'll be back to review it. So what I bought here at M&M's, and the thing is with gluten-free foods, they're usually more expensive, at least, depending from, $2 to $3 more expensive, breads and everything. So besides that, I got lemon and herb chicken skewers, just a small package with 4 in them. They look good. And I got 4 of them. And I also got, I make my own potatoes, home fries, baked potatoes and everything. But when I get really lazy, I don't want to cook. So this is broccoli and cheese stuffed potatoes. They look good. And I have had these in the past. I usually don't buy from M&M's, but the odd time I do, it's good quality for the most part. So guess how much all of that cost, being gluten-free with, tax and everything? $75. I'm lucky I'm a multimillionaire, I tell you. And one more thing I'm going to show you. I've had this in my freezer for probably about 2 weeks. At some point, I want to do a food review on it. I'm not looking forward to it, but I have heard that it's good. It's dairy-free, gluten-free, thin crust pizza supreme. And it says here, cheese now made from the company Daya oat cream. That sounds so good. So there it is. That actually looks good. So, but the other reason is I don't do the food reviews is there doesn't seem to be as much interest, like I said, because I have to eat gluten-free. So if you want me to do more food reviews, please remember to leave a comment below. And so I will be back. And luckily I have air conditioning because it's a very hot day out. But, I usually don't turn on my stove in this weather, but I want to, because I want to try the spicy sesame chicken and rice and give you a review. And that's it. So I'll be back in about half an hour. Goodbye. So there it is in its frozen state, and it cooks in the oven for 50 minutes at 375 Fahrenheit. And there's the ingredients. You wish me luck. Well, guess what? Besides cooking in the oven for 50 minutes, after that, you have to take it out of the oven and take off the plastic, stir it, put it back in the oven for 10 more minutes. I'm not happy. Oh, and then after that, you take it out of the oven and you plate it, and you have to let it sit for 4 minutes. I'll be back. So there it is, hot out of the oven. Now I gotta let it sit for 4 minutes. I'm not complaining. I got my wine. And I got my spicy chicken, whatever it's called. It's very hot. By the way, you should be seeing Molly soon. Things happen. We have personal lives. We don't always talk about our lives, but you will be seeing Molly soon. And I wanted to mention Molly is a excellent cook. She's cooked many great meals for me. I love her, broccoli soup, French onion soup. I love soups, cauliflower soup, bacon soup. Yeah, I was saying to Molly the other day, I get a comment once in a while, some of my viewers miss my food reviews. And I was, kind of telling her, I do enjoy doing them. But the thing is, when I'm eating, I like to watch television. I don't want to make a video. I'm complaining again, I know. But yeah, like I said, if I get enough, feedback on this video, I definitely will start doing more food reviews. But just remember, I do have to eat gluten-free. Cheers. This is a Merlot. I usually don't fill it that much, but today is Monday, so I'm celebrating. So here's the taste test, and I'll rate it. I'm going to be serious with what I think of it, but I like spicy food. Not really hot, right? But a little spicy, I don't mind. And this looks good so far. And like I said, I'll rate it out of 10. Here we go. The first bite. Make sure you get a piece of chicken with it. Right there. Thumbnail. Blow on it. I'm starting to feel a bit sexy. Okay. That was weird. Here we go. Cheers. Cheers. I better get some comments, I tell you. I'm not going to be happy. Here we go. I always used to do that. The chicken is tender. Hmm. Let me cleanse my palate or my palate or whatever it's called. That's a nice wine. Here we go. One more, and then I'll tell you what I think. Ah, that is really good. And I looked online before going to M&M's, and looking at the reviews, and this had very very good reviews. Some of the gluten-frees would be like 2 stars out of 5 or 2.5, but then they had I think this had something like 4.9 out of 5 rating. Now, it's spicy, but it's just a mild spice. I could, have it a touch spicier than it is, although my lips are burning. uh, but it's very tasty, and I would buy this again. Not every week, but once as a treat to, I don't want to cook and Molly's not around. Uh, it is delicious. Just because I was talking to the person at the counter at M&M's, and he was, we're talking about gluten-free, and just because I think people that don't have celiac disease and don't, they can eat anything they like. As soon as they hear gluten-free, it's like a turnoff. It's like, oh, no, But there are lots of great gluten-free meals out there. And this is definitely one of them. Although it took me over an hour to cook it in my oven. So I would give this, I want to give it a 10, but that's being a little silly. I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. It is, I can't wait to finish this video and go and watch a video and enjoy this. Got to do a stupid YouTube video. No, that was excellent. I highly recommend it if you ever shop at M&M's, and like I said, even though it's gluten-free, try it because it is really, really good. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.